silly, isn't it? Tripod and it. You'll stand on the camera. So is that on now? Be pressed on. Is this on? Yeah. Lisa, you might want to move across from that camera, I don't know. Yeah, because it's... Yeah. Yeah. You're okay. Is he come in? What's that? Even got me Lytham trainees on for the first time. I've seen them. Well, it'd be too far to take them off. Okay. She said when broken. Oh, you said? The room must have spread up there. Yeah, where do you want to go? What? Do you want me to move? Should I go to there? It'll be alright if... What? Look at the door. Yeah, it's nice.
They've doors been opened yet, yeah.
There it is. Put the sheet back there. Pete, watch out if Isabel's way. Isabel. Hey! Bring you and your pals, and you didn't know. You get this off. Leave it on, Mum. Just around my head. Leave it on. Anyone got any confetti? We'll throw some rice at you. To make the tea. Oh, well done, Anna.
Don't take the seats there.
Oh, yeah.
Can everyone please be seated?
Who's the witness? Me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the witness.
Well, we can see you then. Who is it? It was Billy. It's a good look up. Right. Where's Frank come from? You joining Peter? And one of his homemade Christmas.
Give me that or not. Give me that or not. Give me that or not.
You're right, Mum. He's here with the pictures.
Are you okay? Can you see? Yeah. Peter, can you see? Everyone stop. Has everyone got a drink? Yeah. You don't want a drink? You don't want one? No one want a drink? I think I want a drink.
Yeah.
We all be quiet, please.
Can we all be seated and quiet?
The sermon is about to start. Quiet, please.
Sit.
It should be us late for the wedding, not the vicar or the
This is a serious ceremony. What are you talking about? Hey, very serious.
There's some wine during the service.
Cider. Blessed by Jürgen himself. This is serious. Is anybody sitting down behind or are you all spread out? Let me just light the fire up top.
The real thing, and even your home.
The 60 year. It mightn't last very long. Let's hope the wind dies down. Okay, hello everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today on this very momentous occasion. We all know that it's been, well, in fact, you know, I'm very, very, very rude. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Father Kenny. Father Kenny. Emil. Igor, Robbie, Nando, Stephen, Tosh, Kevin, Super Sub, Nadal Murray, Djokovic Cash Venus, Sharapova Tyson, Bruno, Cooper Sugar Ray Leonard, Ali, Vladimir, Mayweather, O'Shaughnessy. Thank you for coming to 107, the Church of Laughter. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the vow renewals of two hearts, although Jean still loves Dave's. In today's ceremony we will witness Dave and Jean, formerly known as Ellen, but we think she's made this up, renew their vows to celebrate 60 years strong together. As we know, romance is fun, but true love is far more. However, this has taken sheer determination for both, hence our celebrations today. It's a modern day miracle both have reached 2020 and still standing. This is also a good reason to reflect on what the coming together has created, mainly cherishing their beautiful children all gathered here today. Before we proceed with the ceremony, let's run through a few memories which wouldn't be possible if Jean and Dave hadn't shared that first lustful glance. Would Marie please come up and share the altar? It's all here, Marie. Don't panic. It had to be in plastic in case it rained. There you go, Marie. There you go, Marie. Oh, you can stand there. Stand there, Marie. I'll let you join in.
Okay, I would just like to say...
Is that heater been put on, by the way, for your nan?
Well, he's got the best spec off you on the inside. Okay, I would just like to say a massive, massive well job. Job well done to both of you. I know we've had some troubles and stressful years, but in the main, our memories of growing up are fantastic, and to this day, still laugh a minute, especially with my dad's attitudes. I know we're not a wealthy family. You couldn't buy the care, love, and attention you've given us as kids and the grandkids. I know you've recently stopped childcare and buying knickers and tights for all. Here are a few anecdote stories. So through the years, people can chirp in where they want on these.
Chip in or chip in?
Chip in. My dad's with us borrowed tents, travelling for 4 hours in the pouring rain and didn't know how to put one up.
Yeah, we all remember that.
And then my mum wouldn't get out the car and slept in the car that night. Caravan holiday with 10, only meant to sleep 4 and had to convert the bed to a table to eat the brekkie on. And then it collapsed and cornies spilling everywhere. Do you all remember these things? Just before my time. I remember this, but I don't know if I've got this right. Someone throwing a tub of store through the kitchen window, throwing it at each other, and you threw it at him. And it smashed
the window Sunday morning.
What for?
I only remember the pressure cooker.
You only get up at morning eating a piece of toast and your mum was like, where were you last night? One of them big tubs. You know,
Oh, the massive ones, the 1K ones.
They went through the back kitchen window and
Everything was big then,
Peter, not to forget Peter and a sauce bottle.
Oh yeah.
In Calgar, terrorising the neighbours, going up and down.
Never forget that. Sauce bottle.
Peter in his go-kart at the track and Flint smashed into the back of Patsy because he forgot to stop.
He didn't forget, he always had to have an extra lap.
There's a few about you actually. Peter jumped off the trampoline onto next door's fence.
Remember that? That was in Flint. The inflatable. No. Wasn't it up in the safari?
One of us...
Hang on.
One of us stands, I can't remember who it is, if it was you. One of us stands in front of the telly at the end of Bridge Over River.
Oh, 4-hour film. Dad went mad.
We sat there for 3 hours watching.
Coming to that one. Won't be tied. 18 of us in the caravan to Cornwall and my dad jumping out to save the van.
I remember.
All of us going to the beach most weekends and all getting battered for getting sand in the car on return. My mum making a full buffy up her arm. Dad got no change all the time and was screaming, "Get yourself a till."
Brilliant, that.
Me with I can do it with the weights and then smashing the telly.
Smashing up the whole telly.
Nearly done. Lovely holidays abroad. I obviously got the best of it going
Well, you've always been
to Spain.
spoiled.
Do you remember meeting John Cleese in one of the pubs in the night?
That was my dad.
At his house. Remember we sat out to drink with him?
I know you met Alf Weedon.
Yeah, met a few people. Justine breaking a toe after and my mum constantly moving the bedroom. No Cock Island with Patty and Chris.
You all cried all night, that was hilarious.
Me rolling out the car on the way over from the market.
Yeah.
My dad killing the grass snake. Oh my God, I stood on it. Mick spending all his money in the arcade as soon as he arrived. Dad opening the door and letting Freddie and Mary. I was like, "God, I should
That was the budgies in Calendar. Keep that door shut. I'm just going.
Obviously, Dad coming through the seal, and I forgot to mention, and standing in the paint.
I did say the other night there was one.
I didn't have the praise, he did mention
I
it.
couldn't remember the one about through the ceiling. Excellent. And last but not least, the pressure cooker being thrown up the hall.
Get out!
And you collected me or Mick and Peter the next
In
day
a
to school,
taxi,
and we went to
yeah.
Martin Mere. It was like the best day out.
Alright, a taxi to Annie's, who'd never been in a taxi before, or a black cab.
So through these, and obviously you can see some of the photographs around. Through these, some frighteners there.
Couldn't remake them.
Massive on these ones.
So we'll carry on with the ceremony from there. Sorry.
Well done.
Sorry, just a bit of ceremonial inside of
It's
there.
allowed to drink. Does anybody else want to drink to warm it up?
So it's back to myself.
Wine for today, didn't we?
I've just brought you.
Back to myself, Father Kenny, Emo Igor, Robbie, Nando, Stephen, Tush, Kevin, Super Sub, Nadal, Murray, Djokovic, Kaspina, Sharapova, Tyson Beer, Cooper Sugar Ray, Leonard, Ali, O'Shaughnessy. Papers all stuck together. Sorry for the delays, it's very shoddy, very shoddy. So, thanks again for gathering here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. That's not Liverpool being top of the league for the second consecutive Christmas. It's the 60 years married, Jean and Dave, and the renewal of their vows. So, we've got another perspective. So, would Fair like to step up? How's the table?
I want a Colberg. Freezing.
Way big.
Like it.
Do you want to get in?
Distinguished guests, thanks for joining us here today.
Billy can't hear you very well.
At this glorious wedding in the winter of 1960. Don't know why you get married in winter, but all the Boxing Day. Boxing Day, I know, yeah.
It was this cold then.
As the favourite grandchild, alongside the help of the other two, who shall not be named, we've reminisced on some of the loveliest memories you've given us over the past 19 and 14 years. We'd like to touch upon your patience, your abundance of wisdom, knowledge, and your endless supply of tuna and vinegar sandwiches. One of the most prominent memories of the early trips to Pontons, where we'd obviously only went to my granddad to get on the arcade games. It was always a relief getting there in one piece, since the majority of the journey was spent wondering if 8-year-olds are covered for whiplash compensation. And whether our entrance to Pontons had actually been paid for this year. I'm surprised we actually made it home one year, if anyone remembers, after walking down to the Chippy. And my granddad didn't hear the train coming, and the barrier came down on his head.
Was that the best tune
of broken kneecaps on the go-kart. Moving on to the wisdom of you both, letting us have a relentless amount of sweets in the shop after school. We loved it at the time, however the dentist that had to remove 6 of further teeth did not. Not to mention the regular trips to Knowsley Library with Grandad. Always had a great time there despite not even being able to read at that age. But it was the novelty that counted. Being able to sit somewhere with our Grandad and just reading book after book seemed like the dream at the time. Well, put a book in front of me now, however, and I'd rather help Jean set up the skybox than read it.
Oh, offender about that.
Bloody brilliant.
Speaking of the skybox, I can recall several full days with the three of us would be sat in front of the telly watching Disney Channel. Gotta be honest, we were probably more sociable back then.
Never.
But when you're in someone's house for that long, you do tend to notice the small things, like the chocolates that were always on the Christmas tree, swear they were the same ones from the 3 years before. Cracked another tooth on them. Or the same clock they've had for 15 years. Grandad's inability to cook tea for himself. And of course, Michael Flatley's presence in the front room.
Yeah. You used to like river dance, didn't you?
But yeah, no. But overall, thank you for the love, the laughs, the sweets, the lifts home, the proper chips, the cottages, the holiday homes, and the beach trips. For being absolutely hysterical in your own special ways and all your silly sayings that we've unfortunately picked up over the years. And although we're all growing up now and times have changed, the amount of love we have for you will always stay the same. It clearly has between the two of you as well. Thanks for listening. 15 stars and mind your back like that.
I like that bit. Well done, you little superstars.
So, whoa. We're getting distracted. Oh, David, stop it now. So it might be a bit of a hard act to follow that, but I'll give it a go. So, let's move on to the main event, the vow renewals. So, David, you're first. Like Mr. and Mrs. this, isn't it? Will you continue to have Jean as your wife and continue to live in this happy, loving marriage as long as she cooks tea for you at 5 p.m. every night? That was your get out clause. You could have responded anything there. Do you reaffirm your love for Jean, and will you love, honour and cherish your wife in sickness and in health, for richer and poorer, for better for worse, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live, and understand this is because no one else will ever put up with you. And the answer is, David? Do you promise to be consistently useless with DIY, gardening, cooking, and most household chores, so she is clear on what to expect as she ages, and agree to pay for someone else to do these chores to keep her safe? Will you continue to be as clumsy as you are, and kicking over at least 3 cups of tea per day? And do you promise to continue loving her hips now that they are worn out, having carried you all these years, and reward her with her own bungalow and a working Hoover?
With a long wire.
I do.
Well done, Dave. 5 out of 5. Now moving on to the lady of the house, Jeans. Will you continue to have David your husband and continue to live in this happy, loving marriage as long as he stops moaning about politics and immigrants, reading the news verbatim from the daily paper? That was an I will. 1 out of 1. Do you reaffirm your love for Dave, and will you love, honour and cherish your husband in sickness and in health, for richer and poorer, for better and worse, forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live, or if you had the chance again, would you choose the bread man?
Jim, yes.
I think I'm different to everyone else.
was gym all day long.
All right. It wasn't a no. It wasn't a no. Do you promise to be consistent to consistently shop in Asda and load the car with shopping and allow Dave a peaceful drive home without you? to allow him some him time. Three out of three. Do you promise to continue loving Dave once his memory goes and he is an utter nuisance 24 hours a day, that you'll bury him under the patio to offer peace in your future days for your family? Ours and I will. So, unfortunately, you're both stuck with each other for the rest of your days. So, well done, that's what it's all about. Okay, some official business now. I must inform all attendees this garden which we are gathered here today has been duly sanctioned according to the laws for celebration of renewal of vows and COVID-19 restrictions to be fully with the law. You are here to witness the reignition of David and Ellen Jean's love. If any person present knows of any lawful impediments to this marriage, this renewal, you should declare it now or forever hold your peace.
Ask the audience.
It should have been me.
Okay, not long to go now, guys. Let's get a cup of tea down, people. Or a bevy. There are 3 rings of marriage, as everyone knows. The wedding ring, the engagement ring, and the
Eternity.
The suffering!
Yeah.
Which you've all been through for 60 years. Giving what you have endured from each other as a symbol of this renewal, we would like to present you both with the stone that represents 60 years, which is
Diamond Day, is it?
Which is diamond. Okay, one moment. It's the celestial. Oh, I'm left-handed. It's the celestial box. Forget about the knives and forks in it. They are inconsequential. Dave, can you please stand up and approach the altar?
Your medallion.
Come on! Sit down, David. Jean, you're keen, aren't you? Didn't even ask you to approach the altar.
Buy the glasses.
Are you all right? I'll leave it like that, looks fine. Can you get pictures of this? Get pictures of
I know, is it on the camera yet?
So, well done. We've had to provide the diamonds because we knew Dave wouldn't provide one. May you always wear your rings as a reminder of your vows to one another and your commitment to continue living in unity, love and happiness. It is with great pleasure I conclude the ceremony of renewing your vows of marriage. Please celebrate this renewal of marriage with a sign of affection. It is now the time you've been waiting for. You may now knock each other out. And to the audience, please give the best mum and dad, nan and granddad, and generally a great couple we can all learn a lot from, a massive round of applause. So, just one last little note. Can everyone please adhere to social distancing whilst filling your faces with 1960s style food? Guzzling 1960s style beverages and dancing to 1960s chart toppers. May peace be with you.
I'm with you.
Now all piss off.
You know the one thing that was missing now? Elvis on the Christmas tree.
Well, you have to be honest with ourselves here, Christine. We did that for her 50th.
I did,
Didn't even notice. Didn't even
That's all I
notice.
remember of the picture, Elvis.